It is just half an hour before the market closes, and I'm just going to recap my trading today. What a strange day it's been. So we had the FOMC push yesterday, then we had the market just push up during the post and pre-market, and then we basically just went sideways from the open. I took a couple of losses and a decent trade, and then we saw it push to the levels. I'm just reviewing it now as I'm talking actually. So the levels I talked about in the pre-market video were pretty much spot on. I said we'll keep an eye on this area for a reject, and it rejected it 3 times. Look at that for a move down. Didn't quite get to this area I was watching, but it did come into this area of maybe confidence. On hindsight now, looking at this, I probably should have, well, it's obvious really when you look back, but maybe that's an area I could have watched for a bounce. And then let's just go into reviewing my trade. So today I had a couple of trades. My first trade was a bounce off of this level, and we saw it came down in 9.35, and I took it there. Let's open up my pen. So I was watching this area, and I got into this trade a little bit before my area because I just got in with a couple of contracts, and I rode it all the way up to that level, and I got out. In fact, I had a little bit left over which came back down, and I stopped out about midway, 50%. Then I was trying to go long again at this area, and I went long there, and I stopped myself out. It got stopped out. My stop was below there, and I stopped myself out. I went long again, and it stopped me out there. And then I went long one more time on this candle, and there's a bit more extra volume coming in at this point as well, so maybe I should have waited. And I was long on these 2 candles there actually, and I added again back there, and I got out. I think my out was there because my son had a school event, so that was going to be my target, and I thought rather than just set a OCO order, I just got out of everything there and just shut my platform down. And so that's a decent run, so got a decent trade off of that, and a couple of losses, one there and one there and one there, so 3 losses. Finished the day green, and I have 3 losses, 1 winning trade. And I am currently in a short trade at the moment. I'm just a scalp up, so it's this pull back into this area, and I'm short currently. My stop is above that area there, so see how that goes. And that's it, that's my trade. The reason I took this trade on the 2-minute, so I was watching the volume candle. There's a potential ending volume candle here, high volume, bottom tail, and then a bit like a distribution zone. We've got this area, and I went short on the break of that GBI, or that GBI there basically. So we'll see how that goes. It was green a few seconds ago, and it pulled back a bit, but I think it's going to work. But it's a tight stop. It's only a scalp. My stop's just at 47.70. Is that 47.71? I think it's 47.72 actually. My target will either be end of day in 20 minutes time, probably take one off at the 50, and I'll be aiming for probably the bottom of this red zone. And that's it really, so nothing exciting. I'm going to keep an eye on that. It'll be a very small stop if I get out, not to lose what I've gained today. And that's it. So just recap. Look at that for volume there as well, and that's decent ending volume as well. You can see that. So we've got increase in volume here, nice bit of volume analysis coming up, increase in volume, then we just grind down lower using on low volume, and then we can see larger volume bars on the red bars, smaller volume on the green bars, so it's looking weak. And then we had hardly any volume there, and then boom, down, big volume. So this should have been the alarm bell if you were short at the time. And so we've got small bar, high volume, bigger bar, more volume, similar size bar, even more volume, and then probably should be looking to get out. I think that's would have been a decent out there. So that's volume, and then let's just analyze it now. So we've got decrease in volume as we're reversing. So you expect to see that on a pullback, and then we had a bit of an increase in volume again, a big push up, broke that high. So that is the change of trend, you could say. So it wasn't really going to turn back around. Bottom tail candle as well, and increase one. So that candle was taken out the last 20 minutes or the last 10 minutes. Could have taken that RBI long, come back, pull back into that area, and then we had slightly increase in volume, and then it's just kind of settled down a bit now. So my trade's working out pretty well, the one I've taken. And then we had this end in volume, potential end in volume, top and tail candle. So right, let me just take profit on one. Now, Joe, I'm going to let it run and see where we get. Might be greed taking over now. I'll see where we are in a few minutes. Okay, so that's it really. That's my trade for the day. One thing I did notice when I was just flicking through the charts, the levels I said on Qs, I said watch this area here for potential rejection, and I said watch this area here for a bounce, and both areas were spot on as well, absolutely spot on. So reject area and the bounce area. So that would have worked, and I think NQs was a bit different. Where's NQs? Hang on, what was it? Day, 5 minute. Okay, NQs not bad. I said bounce around this area, and we got the bounce, the poke through and back up. Added oil end. So took out the last few hours. So looking, rejected that area. I said watch this area for a rejection or a break and retest long, and it looks like it's rejected it. And gold, we're just hovering in that zone still. Okay, that's it really. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you had a good day and a decent day for me. Okay, speak to you tomorrow.